Gregory the Great, Regula Pastoralis, Episode 5. Ne aut humilitas accessum fugiat, aut perventioni vita contradicat, aut vitam doctrina destituat, aut doctrinam praesumptio extollat, prius ergo appetitum timor temperet, post autem magisterium, quod a non quaerentes suscipitur, vita commendet, ac deinde necesse est ut pastores bonum quod vivendo ostenditur, etiam loquendo propagatur. In the previous episode, Gregory said, pensandum valde est, one must be very careful to weigh 4 different considerations of living and teaching, etc. He says this, ne fugiat. These are negative purpose clauses or prohibitives, in order that, lest either humility flees from the approach to the life of the pastor. So one has a very low view of himself, and thus does not ever adopt the approach to proper pastoral care. Or one's life, vita, comes into contradicat, with the arrival at proper consideration of the pastoral life. Both contradicat and fugiat are subjunctives, as are destituat and extollat. All 4 of them are present subjunctives, active third singular, with ne for negative purpose. Or, the third one, one's doctrine, one's teaching, lacks or abandons a proper way of living, vitam. Or, this is the 4th one now, lest arrogance praesumptio, taking up the office without having been called to it or exercising it wrongly, destroys, extollat, blots out one's teaching or instruction, doctrinam. So then we have humilitas, first subject, with accessum, the first object. We have vita, the second subject, and then perventioni as a dative indirect object with the compound verb contradicat. Then we have doctrina, the third subject, with vitam, the third object, this time of destituat. And then we have doctrinam, the 4th object, with praesumptio, the 4th subject of the verb extollat, again having doctrinam as object. Therefore, ergo, in the first place, prius, appetitum timor temperet, fear, and we might translate this as caution or hesitation. Remember, this harkens back to the verb per timescat, which Gregory used earlier in this passage. Therefore, fear or caution must temper or moderate, and this is a subjunctive from the first conjugation verb temporo temperare. Caution must moderate appetitum, desire, that is, the desire to serve. No one should be too eager to take up the pastoral office. But afterward, autem, however, after magisterium, that is, after one is in the office, in the teaching office, an office quod, which, by one who was not seeking it, it is undertaken. In other words, you don't put yourself forward for office, but it is bestowed upon you as one who was not seeking it, a non quaerente. And quaerente is the participle of the third conjugation verb quaero, quaerere, and it means to seek. After that has happened, vita commendet. Let one's life, one's way of living, or habit of living, one's character, commendet, recommend him. This also is a subjunctive from the first conjugation verb commendo, commendare, and thus the presence of that e indicates subjunctive. And next, deinde, thereafter, it is necessary, necesse est, and this introduces ut with the subjunctive, ut propagatur, and within that there is a relative clause, quod through ostenditur. And then it is necessary that the goodness of the shepherd, pastoris bonum, the goodness of the shepherd, which is on display in his manner of living, vivendo, that this also is advanced, propagatur, or multiplied by his manner of speaking. Loquendo is a gerund from the third conjugation deponent verb loquor, loqui. Vivendo is also a gerund, this one from vivo, vivere, also third conjugation. You can see how vivendo and loquendo are used together. Pastoris is put first, masculine singular genitive, bonum neuter singular nominative, the substantive subject of propagatur, which is subjunctive with ut.